Welcome back, Galactic Explorers, to another deep dive into the far-flung futures of our favorite games. Today, we retackling a question that's as massive as a Reaper. What if Commander Shepard, the savior of the galaxy, decided to hang up their Omni tool not for a quiet retirement, but to build a city? Not just any city, but a metropolis for 500,000 souls, built entirely in their image. What would Shepard's Landing, or maybe Citadel Secundus, actually look like? Let's find out. First, let's establish the ground rules. We're assuming this happens post-Reaper War, with Shepard having survived. They've been given a blank check and a planet of their choice by a grateful galaxy. The goal: to create a utopia, a beacon of post-war unity and progress. So, where do they build it? A lush, garden world seems fitting. Let's call it Elysia. A planet with rolling green hills, azure oceans, and a stable climate. A place of peace to contrast the chaos of war. Now, the big question. What does a city in Shepard's image even mean? It all depends on which Shepard we're talking about. Is it the paragon of virtue, or the renegade who gets things done, no matter the cost? Let's start with the blue-tinted hero, the paragon. A paragon Shepard city would be the embodiment of cooperation and idealism. The architecture would be open and inviting, filled with green spaces, soaring residential towers with panoramic views, and public plazas designed to encourage community interaction. Think of the Presidium on the Citadel, but expanded and integrated with nature. Advanced environmental controls would ensure clean air and sustainable energy, likely powered by geothermal vents or massive solar arrays. This is a city built to inspire hope. The Society of Paragon Shepard City, let's call it Sanctuary, would be a true melting pot. Humans, Asari, Turians, Solarians, Krogan, Quarians, in environmental suits all, living side by side. The city council would likely be a diverse assembly representing every species, with Shepard as its guiding hand, not its dictator. Education and healthcare would be free and state-of-the-art. The University of Elysia would be a leading institution for xenobiology and cultural studies, fostering the very unity Shepard fought for. The city's motto: strength and unity. But what about security? A Paragon Shepard knows that peace must be protected. The city would be defended by a volunteer militia, a multi-species force trained in de-escalation and community policing, not military occupation. They'd be seen as guardians, not in. Crime would be low, addressed through rehabilitation and social programs rather than harsh punishment. It's a utopia, but a practical one. A city built on trust, respect, and the belief that everyone deserves a second chance. It's the galaxy Shepard always dreamed of. But hold on, not every Shepard walks the path of the righteous. Let's flip the morality switch. What if a renegade Shepard built this city? Get ready, because things are about to get a lot more efficient. A renegade Shepard city, let's call it Terminus Prime, would be a monument to strength and pragmatism. The architecture would be stark, efficient, and formidable. Think brutalist designs mixed with cutting-edge military aesthetics. Sharp angles, fortified walls, and towering obsidian structures that command respect and maybe a little fear. Public spaces would be functional, designed for crowd control rather than leisurely strolls. This city isn't here to look pretty. It's here to work and to be an unbreakable fortress. Its skyline would be dominated by a central command tower where Shepard oversees their domain. The Society of Terminus Prime is built on a simple principle: results. Your worth is determined by your contribution. It's a meritocracy, but a ruthless one. While all species are welcome, hierarchies would form quickly based on skill and utility. The Krogan would likely head up the heavy industry and security sectors. The Solarians would run the research and development labs, and the Asari might handle diplomacy and information networks. It's not about prejudice. It's about putting the best person, or alien, in the right job. Order in Terminus Prime would be absolute. The police force would be a highly disciplined, heavily armed paramilitary unit. Surveillance would be everywhere, justified in the name of security. Justice would be swift and decisive. There are no lengthy trials for clear-cut offenses. You break the rules, you face the consequences immediately. It sounds harsh, but the city would also be incredibly safe and prosperous. Its industries would boom, attracting corporations and individuals who value security and efficiency above all else. The city's motto wouldn't be inspirational. It would be a statement of fact. Victory at any cost. So we have two vastly different cities. Sanctuary, the Paragon's dream of unity. And Terminus Prime, the Renegade's fortress of efficiency. Which one is better? That's the brilliant thing about Mass Effect. Neither is purely good or evil. Sanctuary, for all its idealism, might struggle with inefficiency. Could its council get bogged down in endless debate while a crisis looms? Could its gentle approach to crime be exploited? It's a beautiful dream, but dreams can be fragile. On the other hand, Terminus Prime, for all its safety and productivity, would be a high-stressed, unforgiven place to live. Personal freedoms would be curtailed for the greater good. Is a life of perfect safety worth living if you're constantly being watched? It's a perfectly running machine, but sometimes a machine can feel like a cage. Ultimately, the perfect Shepard city would probably lie somewhere in the Medola Paraged blend. A city that values both community and strength, freedom and security. It would have the open, hopeful architecture of Sanctuary, but with the strategic defenses of Terminus Prime. It would promote unity and diversity, but wouldn't shy away from making tough, pragmatic decisions when needed. It would be a city that understands that peace is a goal, but strength is the only way to maintain it. A city that reflects the complex, multifaceted hero that Commander Shepard truly is. So, which city would you choose to live in? The idealistic Sanctuary, the pragmatic Terminus Prime, or the balanced Paragade Metropolis? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see where the community lands on this one. Thank you so much for joining me on this little thought experiment through the Mass Effect universe. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and recalibrate that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into your favorite games. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I should go.